The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. In today's episode, we have a great matchup on hand for you today as two fierce rivals go at it head to head for not just bragging rights, but for honor and glory for their teams. Today's featured rivalry will see the battle of New England of the 1995-96 NHL season as we have the Bruins and the Hartford Whalers go at it as they add another chapter in their historic rivalry. Stay tuned for Puck Drop and Game 1 coming up next. We would like to take the time to send out a special thanks to our Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour is brought to you in part by Bitty Beer. They say it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Bitty Beer its distinctive taste. But we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our vats have never been cleaned, so there's an itty bit of history in every can. Bitty Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. And by Doc Cola, the official cola beverage of the Play Games community. Doc Cola uses the finest imitation ingredients that bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. With twice the sugar and 3 times the caffeine of any other major brand, Doc Cola is sure to keep you wired from dawn until dusk. So, while you're at it, take the Doc Cola challenge and see where our customers agree you'll never be able to wean yourself from refreshing Doc Cola. And by Ice Brew, the official brewery choice of the Play Games community. Brewed in the frozen tundra of northern Wisconsin, Ice Brew is a beer made for sports fans and tailgating. Our 150-year-old family recipe is brewed to make the most of every ingredient. We use hops, barley, wheat, corn, rice, oats, quinoa, spelt, malt, and sunflower seeds blended together with the finest water shipped in from the shores of Lake Michigan. One sip, and you'll agree there's nothing like Ice Brew. And by Pizza Kingdom, the official pizza joint of the Play Games community. At Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York pizza starts with the crust when we layer on our homemade pizza sauce, then load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, it's piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. And we give that majestic culinary work of art to Mikey, our 16-year-old delivery driver, who, who is as responsible as a tree stump. Pizza Kingdom. It was sure perfection when it's left in the store. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for game number 1 of this rivalry night matchup between the battle for Hartford as the 95-96 Boston Bruins take on the 1995-96 Hartford Whalers. Your starting netminders for game 1 of this matchup will be Bill Ranford for Boston, and for Hartford, it'll be Sean Burke. With that being said, let's get the puck dropped. Play some hockey. And we're going to begin game 1 with a penalty check between both players in 5. That's Brad McCrimmon and Elf. Ellick. It looks like Brad McCrimmon's going to go to the box as Todd Ellick's going to skate on into Sean Burke. Hopefully, net a 1, 2, or 3 to stop the Ellick attempt. And he does, keeping this game right where it's at of a scoreless tie as Boston goes for naught on their power play attempt. Another penalty check. This time it'll be between players, both players in two. Uh, Sean McCackern, I believe, if I'm saying that right, for Boston, and Andrew Castles. Both players have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and that's going to be it for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Quality check between both players in two. Ray Bork for Boston and Jeff Sanderson for Hartford. The quality we're looking for is speed. Both Sanderson and Bork have speed, and that's going to be all she wrote for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Quality check between anybody in the ice for the Whalers against player number one. That's John Roloff. Excuse me. The quality is that we're looking for is skill. It looks like the only two players out there on the ice for Hartford that have skill are Brendan Shanahan and Andre Nicolishin. I do want to keep Shanny's power play circle star symbol out there, so we'll go with Andre Nicolishin as he will beat John Roloff for skill, and he will skate on into Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He can't, and the Hartford Whalers get on the board courtesy of Andre Nicolishin. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between players one and anybody in the ice for the Bruins. Mark Janssens is going to be the player in question for the Whalers. But the quality we're looking for is skill. Janssens is not going to win this one, so pick your poison between Heinze, McLaren, and Sweeney. That square is really tempting to not be out there, but I still want to keep it out there just in case. So it's between Heinze and Sweeney. Uh, Dot, it's Heinze. And it will be Sweeney. So Sweeney will win the battle for skill over Janssens as he will skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And that's going to be it for the first period here in game one of this rivalry night matchup for the battle. For the battle of, some would say the battle of the North. I don't know how you would call this rivalry between the Hartford Whalers and the Boston Bruins, but we're reliving that rivalry here and now. After one period of play, it's Hartford 1, Boston nothing. We begin the second period with a quality check between both players in two. That's Steve Heinze and Adam Burt. The quality we're looking for is power. Both Burt and Heinze have power, and that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Another quality check. This time it'll be between players 5 and 4, Featherstone and uh, Dean Chenoweth, not to be related to Kristen Chenoweth, the famous Broadway actress. But the quality we're looking for is hits. Both Featherstone and uh, Chenoweth have hits, so that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next segment. Oh my goodness, 3 quality checks in a row to begin the second period. This time it'll be between both players and two. McEachern and Castles will take it. The quality is a hit that we're looking for. And it looks like neither player between Castles and McEachern have hit. So that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next segment. Oh my goodness. 4 quality checks in a row for this second period. This time it's between anybody on the ice for the Whalers against Rick Zombo for the Bruins. The quality we're looking for is Star. The only players out there with Star are Shanahan and Sanderson. How about we go with Shanny, Brendan Shanahan, as he will win the battle for Star, as he will skate on in to Bill Radford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and the Whalers extend their lead. It's 2-0, courtesy of Brendan Shanahan. We stay put in the segment with a quality. Jesus. Oh my gosh. What a roll. Quality check between both players, excuse me, not both players. Players 4 and 2, Glenn and Bork. The quality we're looking for is power. Both Glenn and Bork have power, and that is going to be it for this wild and intense second period as the Whalers will head to the locker room, boom, and right back out for the third as they lead it over the Boston Bruins 2-0. We begin this third period with a quality check between play anybody in the ice for the Whalers against player number 4. That's Dave Reed. The quality we're looking for is Star. The only skater out there with Star to win it is Jeff Sanderson. So Sanderson's going to skate on into Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. And he does so. And the streak is over. We got a penalty check between players 1 and anybody on the ice for the Bruins. Gerald Diduck will be the lucky contestant here, but it looks like we could either tie or the Bruins are going to go on the power play. So, as usual, we'll roll the decider die. Dot, we tie. And it looks like the Bruins are going to go on the power play. So, between Heinze, Sweeney, and Oates, who's going to take the power play attempt? We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, Heinze's 1, 2. Sweeney is 3, 4. Oates is 5, 6. John Sweeney will take control as the Duck will head off to the box. So Sweeney has a chance to give the Bruins a chance to get on the board on the power play. He skates on into Sean Burke, who needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he won't. Don Sweeney gets the Bruins on the board courtesy of a power play goal. We stay put in this segment with another penalty check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 5. That's Ranheim and Oates. Oh, this time Adam Oates is going to go to the box as Paul Ranheim will skate on in to Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and it's another power play goal courtesy of Paul Ranheim. My goodness, goodness, goodness. Stay put. 3 penalty checks in a row. Jeez. Now we got the quality checks. How about penalties? This time it's between 5 and 2, Daniels and Heinze. And it looks like Scott Daniels is going to go to the box as Steve Heinze will skate on in to Sean Burke, hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he does. And that will be it for that segment. Yeesh. And we will move on to the next one. Quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 5 for speed. Cron and Neely. It looks like Robert Cron is going to win this one as he does have speed. So he's going to skate on into Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. Keep this game right where it's at of a 3-1 lead for the Bruins to have a chance to come back in this one. Oh, and triple ones. This is going to be an injury to a home player, and that is going to be your ball game. Let's see who is injured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the goalie. 2. Oh, Adam Burt's going to be injured on the last play of the game. So that's going to be it for that's going to be it as the game is now within a 1-goal margin. So either way, late injury to the Hartford Whalers, Adam Burt will seal up a game one victory in favor of the 95-96 Hartford Whalers as they lead this Rivalry Night series 1-0 as we head to the Garden, the TD Garden in Boston for game 2 coming up next. And without further delay, let's take a look at our Bitty Beer game summary. What an intense game 1 of this season finale of this Rivalry Night series we have just witnessed between the 95-96 Boston Bruins and the 95-96 Hartford Whalers. Welcome inside the Bitty Beer Game Studios for your game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste. At a bitty price, it's Bitty Beer. For the Bruins, not much to it for game 1, as Sweeney was the only goal scorer for the Bruins. Also, he would be collecting a quality check win for skill, but Adam Oates would be the lone penalty taker for Boston, but unfortunately fell victim to a Paul Ranheim power play goal. For the Whalers, Andre Nikolishin, Brendan Shanahan, the aforementioned Paul Ranheim would all score goals. And of course, Ranheim, the aforementioned goal, was on the power play. The lone penalty takers came on the Hartford side, on the Whalers side, from Brad McCrimmon, Gerald the Duck, and of course, Scott Daniels. Brad McCrimmon and Scott Daniels all escaped with a play save, but Gerald the Duck was not lucky as he fell victim to an opposing power play goal, and it came off the hands of the lone goal by Boston in Don Sweeney. Your quality check winners for the Hartford Whalers came from Andre Nikolshin, Brendan Shanahan, Jeff Sanderson, and Robert Crone, as Sanderson and Shanny both won the battle for star. Nikolshin won the battle for skill, and Robert Crone won the battle for speed. No key plays came up in this one, but here are your 3 stars from game 1. Star number 3, I definitely have to give it to Sean Burke, the goaltender for the Hartford Whalers, as he netted a total of 21 saves in the 3-1 win over the Boston Bruins. Brendan Shanahan would collect star number 2 honors as he would net a goal plus a quality check win. And of course, the star of the game, Andre Nicholson, would net home a goal plus a quality check win. Well, the Whalers escaped game 1 just barely 3-1, but let's see and find out if they can maintain that momentum going into game 2, because tell you what, that game is coming up next. And we are back with game number 2 of this Rivalry Night matchup between the Hartford Whalers and the Boston Bruins. The Hartford Whalers took game 1 of this matchup by a final score of 3-1. And the coach has declared that Adam Burt will sit out for game 2, but he will be back for game 3. So everyone on the top of 3, 4, and 5 um, has moved over one space to fill in for the Hartford Whalers, and then when Berg comes back in for Game 3, we'll move everyone on the bottom that's on the bottom back to their original squares, or excuse me, their original spaces. With that being said, Game 2 starting your netminders for Game 2 are going to be Jason Mazzotti for Hartford and Scott Bailey for Boston. With that being said, let's get Game 2 underway with the drop of the puck. And we're going to begin Game 2 with a penalty check right off the bat between both players in 4, Shanahan and Chenoweth. It looks like Dean Chenoweth is going to go to the box with a rating of 2.5 to Shanahan's 1.5 penalty rating. So Brandon Shanahan's going to go to the box. Brandon Shanahan's going to skate on into Scott Bailey to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. Hartford was looking for the opening goal within 10 seconds, within the first 60 seconds here of the game, and to no avail, says Scott Bailey. Quality check between anybody in the ice for the Bruins against player number 2. That's Jeff Brown. The quality we're looking for is star. Oh no. Either way, Boston is going to lose this as Jeff Brown is going to skate on into Scott Bailey, but who's going to take it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be a reroll. Player number 3, Kyle McLaren. So Kyle McLaren will lose this one battle with Jeff Brown for star as Brown has star printed on his card. So Scott Bailey has a chance to stop it with a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so, keeping the Whalers off the board through the first 10 minutes of this hockey game here at the Garden in Boston. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 4. That's Sean McEachern against Brian Glynn. The quality we're looking for is hit. Neither McEachern or Glynn has hit, so that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. Penalty check between anybody in the ice for the Bruins against player 4. That's Kevin Dineen. Well, either way, Kevin Dineen's going to go to the box. So how about we give it to Ray Bork? The challenge here to the power play opportunity to Ray Bork. So Ray is going to skate on in to Jason Mazzotti as he needs to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. He doesn't, and the Boston Bruins get on the board, courtesy of Raymond Bork. And it will be considered to be a power play goal. Quality check between players 5 and 1. That's Alec and Emerson. The quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like Alec is going to win this one as he does have speed, so he's going to skate on in to Jason Mazzotti. Hopefully net a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. Excuse me. Sorry for the pause there. Mazzotti will save it as Alec is tossed aside, but not before the damage was done here in the first period, courtesy of Ray Bork, as Boston is trying to stay off of a sweep here against their rivals, the Hartford Whalers from 95-96, as they take a 1-0 lead into the second period. Home scoring chance of a 42, and it reads: any home player with a triangle, I almost said a square, geez, will create a goal opportunity. Yes. Josef Stumpel is going to take control of this as he has a triangle printed out on his card. So he needs to make a. So he moves in on Jason Mazzotti as he needs to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop, which he does. We move on to the next segment here with a quality check between players 2 and 3. That's Heinze and Ranheim. The quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like Heinze has speed as he will skate on into Jason Mazzotti as he needs to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop, which he does. Keeping this game right where it's at of 1-0 for the Hartford Whalers to come back in this one to hopefully set up a game 3 possibility for a sweep. Boston needs this game to stay off a sweep to force a winner-take-all game. Quality check between both players not both players, sorry, between anybody on the ice for the Bruins against player number 5, that's Stephen Rice. The quality we're looking for is skill. Besides Zombo or Moger, or Sandy Moger, pick your poison between McCackern, Tockett, and Reed, as those three have skill. We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, McCackern is 1, 2. Tockett is 3, 4. And Dave Reed is 5, 6. And it looks like it'll be Sean McCackern. So both McCackern and Rice have skill. And that will do it for this segment. And we will move on to the next one. Penalty check between players 5 and anybody on the ice for the um for the Whalers. Player number 5, that is Rick Zombo. So here's what we can do. We can't tie. So it's either dot, the Bruins are going to go on the power play, or blank, the Hartford Whalers are going to go on the power play. That's what we're going to do. Dot, the home team goes on the power play. And it looks like the Whalers are going to go on the power play. So Zombo is going to go to the box. But let's see who's going to take it. Besides Shanny or Wisely or Jansen's, it's either Castles or Crone. Dot, it's Castles. And it will be Castles. So Castles will skate on in to Scott Bailey as Bailey needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, and a 3 with a blank won't do it. The Whalers get on the board courtesy of Andrew Castles. And this game is all knotted up at 1 apiece. There we go. Before I forget, we stay put in the segment with a visitor scoring opportunity, a scoring chance with a 45. Any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Yes, Brandon Shanahan has that power play circle star symbol printed on his card, so he's going to skate on into Scott Bailey to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. A 3 with a blank won't do it, as the Whalers will take a 2-1 lead, courtesy of Brendan Shanahan on the power play. Stay put with another visitor scoring opportunity of a 24. Home goalie must make spec save. Yikes. Scott Bailey has a 1 or a 2 on his spec save rating, and that's going to be tough. Can he make it? No, he won't. The Whalers will take a 3-1 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. 8, player with the best shot rating. It looks like it's going to go to Jeff Sanderson with 3-star shot with a 3-shot star 3-star shot rating, as he will net the 3-1 lead for the Whalers, as we will move on to the next portion in this segment. Oh, this time we got a home scoring chance. This time it's a 21. Visitor goalie must make shot save. Ooh, Jason Mazzotti needs to net a 1 or a 2 with a dot to do so. He won't, and the Bruins will take a 2-3. Will add on to their total. It's still 3-2 Hartford. Let's see who scored the goal for the Bruins. 7, player with the best shot rating. So it's a tie between Tocchet and Reed for the player with the best shot rating. Oh man. Dot, it's Tocchet. And it will be Rick Tocchet. So Tocchet will score the goal to make it 3-2 in favor of Hartford. And we move on to the next portion here in this in this game, game 2, or excuse me, in this segment, I should say, of game 2 for this episode of Rivalry Night. Oh my goodness, a visitor scoring chance. When will it end? Home goalie must make spec save. Scott Bailey needs to net a 1 or a 2 to do so, which he will do so. Nobody flips, and we will move on to the third period here in just a moment here, as after the first 40 minutes of play have been tallied here at the Garden in Boston. It's Hartford 3 and Boston 2. Penalty check to begin the third period with a between players 3 and 4, McLaren and Glenn. It looks like both players have the same penalty rating of 1. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between both players excuse me, not both. What am I saying? Between players 4 and 3, that's Dave Reed and Robert Crone. The quality we're looking for is hit. It looks like neither Reed or Crone have hit. So this is turning out to be an ugly situation here, folks. We continue on with another quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 4. Stumple and Deneen. The quality we're looking for is skill. Josef Stumple will take it, as he has skill printed on his card. So he's going to skate on in, to Jason Mazzotti, as he needs to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. He won't. The game is tied up, courtesy of Josef Stumple, and it will be a normal 5-on-5 goal between him and Deneen. Oh, excuse me. Wait a second, I may have played that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, I did. I was supposed to be looking at player 2, which was Jeff Brown, and it was for skill. So take the goal off the board. Sorry, my fault. Take the goal off the board, as both players between Stumple and Brown have skill. So glad thing I caught that. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Home scoring chance of a 42. Let's see if Let's see if Boston can make up that mistaken goal here. It's a 42. Any home player with a triangle creates a goal. You bet Borg, Tockett, and Oates. One of those three is going to score. How about two? We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's 1, 2 for Borg. Tockett is 3, 4, and Adam Oates is 5, 6. So it looks like it'll be Adam Oates taking this opportunity here as he moves in on Jason Mazzotti as he needs to net a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. And we are going to go to the empty net mini chart. Scott Bailey skates on over to the bench. 6. The game is over. And just like that, the Hartford Whalers take the first 2 games of this rivalry night matchup, setting up for a possible sweep situation coming up next in game 3. The final score here for game 2 before we take a look at our game summary as well as our series summary so far through the first 2 games of this episode of Rivalry Night presented by Biddy Beer, the official beer drink, the official beer the official beer choice, I should say, of the Play Games community. The final score for Game 2 is Hartford 3 and Boston 2. It was a tight Game 2 for this episode of Rivalry Night here for the Hockey Blast Express Hour. And with that being said, the Whalers are your eventual Rivalry Night series winners. But can they go for the sweep? We'll find out in just a matter of moments. But here is your Biddy Beer game summary for Game 2 of this Rivalry Night series between the Bruins and the Whalers, and is presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products. And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink Biddy Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Biddy Beer. For the Bruins, Ray Bourque and Rick Tocchet were the goal scorers for the Boston Bruins, as Ray Bourque scored on the power play. The lone penalty takers came from Chenoweth and Zombo, with Rick Zombo being the lone penalty taker for the Boston Bruins that fell victim to an opposing power play goal. Your quality check winners for Boston came from Ellick and Heinze, as both of them would win the battle for speed. For the Whalers, 3 goal scorers, all in the second period, Andrew Castles, Brandon Shanahan, and Jeff Sanderson, where Castles and Shanny would score on the power play. Kevin Dineen was the lone penalty taker for the Hartford Whalers, and also he fell victim to a Ray Bourque power play goal. Your lone quality check win for the Hartford Whalers came at the hands of Jeff Brown, as he would win the battle for star. No key plays came from this game either. So, with that being said, here are your 3 stars of the game for Game 2, as Castles would take home star number 3 honors, as he would net home a goal. Brendan Shanahan would stick home with star number 2 honors, as he would get his second goal of this Rivalry Night series over the Bruins. And Jeff Sanderson would win the star number 1 honors, as he would net the game-winning goal. But with that being said, even though the Hartford Whalers won this Rivalry Night series, can they go for the sweep? Well, I guess we're going to have to find out, because Game 3 is coming up next. And this is going to be it for here for Rivalry Night, as we get set for Game 3 of this matchup between the Boston Bruins and the Hartford Whalers, where the Hartford Whalers win Game 3, I should say, if the Hartford Whalers win this game, they will sweep the Boston Bruins on this episode of Rivalry Night. With that being said, the starting netminders for Game 3 will be Bill Ranford for Boston, and Sean Burke will be in net for the Hartford Whalers. And with that being said, the refs are ready to go. So are the players. Let's drop the puck and play some hockey. We're going to begin the game with a penalty check between players 2 and anybody on the ice for the Bruins. At this stage in the game, I think it's really too early to get the power to put this team on the power play. Man, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Dot, we tie. Actually, no. 1-2. Boston will go on the power play. 3-4. I'm sorry. 1-2. Hartford goes on the power play. 3-4. We tie. 5-6. Boston will go on the power play. And it looks like Hartford's going to go on the power play. So between not Bork, Moger, Tockett. Yeah, between those two, Moger or Tockett. I'm okay with Rick Tockett going to the box. So Jeff Sanderson will skate on into Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. As the game starts off just like the last time, and we move on to the next segment. Home scoring chance of a 54, and it reads visitor defense player in 5. That's Cam Neely. He stops a Hartford goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a square. Yikes. Cam Neely does not have a square. Neither does he have smart. Therefore, the Hartford Whalers are going to get on the board as they lead it 1-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 6. Player with the best shot rating. How about we find a little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Brendan Shanahan will take the honors of opening the game up with the ice-breaking goal for the Hartford Whalers as the Whalers lead Boston by a score of 1-0. We stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 3 and 2. That's Ranheim and Bork. The quality we're looking for is speed. Ray Bork has speed, so he's going to skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Bruins get on the board courtesy of Raymond Bork. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 55, and it reads home player in 5. That's Glenn Wesley. Try saying this name 3 times fast. He stops a Boston goal opportunity with a quality roll of hits or a square. Although he does not have a square, he does have hits well enough to stop the Boston scoring attempt, and that is going to be it for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 24, and it reads, visitor goalie must make spec save. Ooh, Bill Ranford needs to net a 1 or a 2 with a dot to make the stop. A 2 with a blank won't do it, as the Whalers are going to score their second goal of the game. Let's see who scored it. 2. Oh, it's the player with the 4th best shot rating. So the best out there is Crone. We have a 3-way tie between O'Neill, Janssens, and Brown. And it looks like the 4th best shot rating is going to go to Brian Glynn. So Brian Glynn is going to score the goal. as it is a 2-1 lead for the Hartford Whalers. We stay put in this segment with a penalty check between players 1 and 4. That's Jansen's and Sweeney. It looks like Mark Jansen's is going to go to the box with a penalty rating of 2. So Don Sweeney is going to skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He cannot, and the Bruins tie it up, courtesy of Don Sweeney. And it will be considered to be a power play goal. We move on to the next portion of this segment with a quality check between players 1 and anybody on the ice. For the Bruins, the quality we're looking for is hit. Player number 1 for it's going to be Gerald the Duck for Hartford. And the only 4 players except Heinze that have hit are Moger, McLaren, Chenoweth, and Neely. I'm definitely keeping that circle. I'm sorry, not circle. Excuse me. That square and that triangle out there. So it's between Moger and Chenoweth. Dot. It'll be Moger. And it will be Chenoweth. So Chenoweth will skate on into Sean Burke as he wins the battle over Gerald the Duck for hits as he skates on into Burke to hopefully net a 3, 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Which he will do so. And that's going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 3 for hits. Brown and McLaren. It looks like Kyle McLaren's going to win this one as he does have hits. So he's going to skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Bruins take their first lead of this Rivalry Night series as they lead it 3-2 here in Game 3, hoping to stay off of that dreadful sweep at the hands of the Hartford Whalers. Visitor scoring chance of a 62, and it reads, any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Yes. Nelson Emerson does have that circle printed out on his card, and he's going to prevent Boston from scoring on the power play, and that is going to be it after the first 20 minutes of play here in Game 3. It has been high-speed action here. The score is 3, Boston 3, Hartford 2. Visitor scoring chance of a 43, and it reads, any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, Yusef Stumple and Cam Neely both have triangles. So one of them is going to have an opportunity here. Neely does have a fight rating, so I do want to keep him out there just in case. If we have a triple fours or triple fives come up. So I think I'm going to go with Stumple. So Yusef Stumple will take the opportunity here to score the goal. To create the opportunity to score a goal as he skates on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Which he won't, and it's a 4-2 courtesy of Yusef Stumple and the Boston Bruins. Home scoring chance of a 41, home player in 5, that's Jeff O'Neill. He creates a goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a triangle. No and no. Jeff O'Neill does not have a triangle, neither does he have smart. So therefore, it's going to be a no action result, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Whalers against player number 5, that's Cam Neely. The quality we're looking for is speed. Cam Neely's not going to win this one The only player out there for the Hartford Whalers that has speed is Robert Crone. So Robert Crone's going to skate on into Bill Ranford to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he won't. And the Whalers get back, get right back on that horse and ride till the sun sets. But Boston still leads it 4-3. Grab your favorite snack, folks, and hang on, because this is going to be a wild finish. Visitor scoring chance of a 46. Any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Uh, Unfortunately, no Boston Bruin player out there on the ice that's currently out there on the ice has a power play circle star symbol printed out on his card. So therefore, it's going to be a no action result, and we will move on to the next segment. Penalty check between players 2 and 4. That's Adam Burt and Dave Reed. Uh, Unfortunately for Mr. Bird, welcome back from injury, and he's going to go right straight to the box as Dave Reed is going to skate on in to Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he does. And we will move on to the next segment. Not a home scoring chance, excuse me. A visitor scoring chance of a 13. Home goalie must make play save. Sean Burke needs to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Bruins will take a 5-3 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. 11, second best shot rating. Let's see here. Rick Tocchet has the best out there on the ice. Excuse me. And we have a tie for the second best between Heinze, Moger, and Ellick. Um, um, hmm. We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's 1, 2 for Moger, 3, 4 for Heinze, and Ellick for 5, 6. And it looks like Todd Ellick is going to score the goal for the Bruins as the Bruins take a 5-3 lead, trying to keep distance away from the Whalers to hopefully avoid the empty net mini chart. We will move on to the next portion with a quality check between players 1 and 2, Jansen's and I believe, yes. Yeah, I think he wasn't used, but we'll just say that he wasn't. And Heinze, it looks like the quality we're looking for is smart. Neither player has smart, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Excuse me, I should say we'll move on to the third period here as the Bruins looks to avoid the sweep. They were looking to try to hang on to a 5-3 lead over the Hartford Whalers. We start the third with a quality check between players 4 and 3. That's Kelly Chase and Rick Tocchet. The quality we're looking for is star. Rick Tocchet has stars, so he's going to skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And we move on to the next segment with a penalty check between players. Anybody on the ice for the Whalers against player number 4. That's Don Sweeney. I really do like Man, unfortunately, tie this late. I was really hoping that we could give the Whalers a chance to go on the power play because Boston right now is up by 2. Let's have the red die decide. Dot, excuse me, the decider die. Dot, we tie. And we will tie. So between Sanderson and Castles, we'll tie with Don Sweeney. Dot, it'll be Sanderson. And it will be Sanderson, is both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we will move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 3 and 1. That is Castles and Moger. The quality we're looking for is power. Sandy Moger has power, so he's going to skate on into Sean Burke to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he does. And it looks like this game may be put to bed here, folks. 3. I have to flip the right, guys. We move on to the final segment. With a home scoring chance of a 61, any visitor player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Unfortunately, there is no circles out there for the Boston Bruins. The Whalers were going to score their 4th goal and the 9th goal of the game. Let's see, and we'll consider it to be a power play goal. Let's see who scored it. 9. Second best shot rating. The best out there is Brendan Shanahan. So we have a tie for the second best between Brown, Ranheim, and Brad McCrimmon. I really don't mind. I really don't mind switching out Brad. So we'll give the goal to Brad McCrimmon here, and we'll consider it to be a power play goal. Quality check between players 3 and 2. That's Ranheim and Sean McCackern. The quality is power. Both guys have power, and unfortunately for the Boston Bruins, they were hoping not to go there, but it turns out Hartford wanted to. So we are going to go to the empty net mini chart to decide this one. Excuse me. Bill Ranford is going to settle off to the bench. Or the game is over. Wow. Boston hangs on by the hair of their chinny chins to stay off of a sweep and beat the Hartford Whalers in game 3 by a final of 5-4. But Hartford, unfortunately for Boston, Hartford is going to take this episode of Rivalry Night 2-1. My, oh my, oh my. What a series that was. Stay tuned and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. Comment is optional, but please, no derogatory language. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen in this episode of Rivalry Night. And we look forward to bringing more episodes of the Hockey Blast Express Hour to you in the near future, as well as some other projects that I have planned out here on my tabletop that that'll be coming on to the channel very soon. So once again, stay tuned for the Game 3 game summary and the Rivalry Night series summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. Once again, the final score here for Game 3, the Bruins avoid the sweep of the Hartford Whalers. Avoiding the sweep at the hands of the Hartford Whalers by a final score of 5-4, but the Hartford Whalers still walk out of this episode of Rivalry Night with heads held high as they win it 2-1. Well, it seems Boston says not today, Hartford, not today. Even though the Hartford Whalers won this episode, this season finale of Rivalry Night over the Boston Bruins, 2-1, the Boston Bruins walked away and salvaged the final game of this finale, of this Rivalry Night finale, by the final of 5-4. Welcome inside the Bitty Beer Game Studios, presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste. At a bitty price, it's Bitty Beer. For Boston, for this game summary, Boston it was really back and forth, but Boston goal scorers came at the hands of Raymond Bourque, Don Sweeney, Kyle McLaren, Josef Stumpel, and Alec, as Don Sweeney would score his second goal on the power play. Rick Tocchet would be the lone penalty taker for Boston in this one, as he would be saved by his goalie making a play save. Your quality check winners came at the hands of Ray Bourque, Dean Chenoweth, Kyle McLaren, Rick Tocchet, and Randy Moger, as Bourque would win the battle for speed, Chenoweth would win the battle for hit, so would McLaren, Rick Tocchet would win the battle for star, and Moger would win the battle for power. For Hartford, Brandon Shanahan, Glenn Crone, and Brad McCrimmon all would score, with Brad McCrimmon would score on the power play. Your lone penalty takers for Hartford came at the hands of Janssens and Burt, with Burt making the being safe, as his goalie would make and play save, but Janssens would not be so lucky, as he would be the unfortunate Whaler to suffer victim to an opposing power play goal. The lone quality check winner came at the hands of Robert Crone, as he would win the battle for speed. No key plays from Game 3, but without further delay, here are your 3 stars from Game 3, and it was really tough to pick, but if I had to pick 3 guys, they are on screen right now, with Todd Ellick getting the third star honors, as he would net the game-winning goal. Brandon Shanahan would net star number 2 honors, as he would net his third goal of the series. And Raymond Bourque, he was everywhere, but he would be taking home the star number 1 honors for this Game 3 for the Boston 5-4 victory, as he would net a goal. And without further delay, here are your 3 stars of this season finale for Rivalry Night. Andre Nicholson would take home star number 3 honors, as he would net a goal. Raymond Bourque would net home 2 goals plus a quality check win, and he would take home star number 2 honors. But star number 1, he was everywhere. Brandon Shanahan would net home 3 goals and add a quality check win. Well, without further delay, again, thank you so much for tuning in to this season finale of Rivalry Night. If you like what you saw, a like is very much appreciated, as well as if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on that notifications bell, so that way you won't miss out on any new content that'll will come here on the channel pretty soon. We hope that you enjoyed the season finale of Rivalry Night here for Season 1 of the Hockey Blast Express Hour between the 95-96 Boston Bruins and the 95-96 Hartford Whalers. Well, it appears Rivalry Night is over with for this season, but let's find out what's coming up next time here on the Hockey Blast Express Hour. And we are going to feature the season finale episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind, as we are going to rewind the clock back to the 2012 Stanley Cup Finals that featured the 2012 Los Angeles Kings and the 2012 New Jersey Devils. Will the Kings reign supreme and lift Lord Stanley, or will the Devils make a little bit of history of their own and lift Lord Stanley for the first time since their last cup? Well, I guess you're going to find out next time here on the Hockey Blast Express Hour. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. We look forward to bringing you more episodes of Rivalry Night, Stanley Cup Finals rewind matchups, and goal scoring frenzy throughout the 2025-26 National Hockey League season.